Hey everybody, I wanted to take a minute and show you how I've got my pontoon boat set up. I've had a lot of people ask me how and why I got it set up the way that I do and what I use, so here you go. It is a Roanoke, or Roanoke, however you say that, and it's only from Walmart. It's an 8-foot. I love it because it was super cheap. It's only 200 bucks, and it's got an aluminum frame. Came with the seat. What it didn't come with was right here. This sits on the back of the chair, and it's got multiple pockets that you can unzip, and that's where I put right there when I'm out fishing and doing my thing. That's where I put these two guys right here. So this one, put that right there, sitting on the back of the seat, and that one right there. That's what I take. And then I always have my life jacket. Here's my life jacket. I always have my life jacket on, so that makes it pretty simple. And then on the back, let's see. I'll show you the front real quick too. So I've got a knife right there that as soon as I get in my pontoon and I start using it, I flip this off so that this is open and this is available in case I should need to cut something away at any second. You never know. I am right-handed, so this is me sitting down here. This is my right hand. I put all of my fishing stuff in here. Any baits, any lures, it's all fly fishing stuff right now. Secret little trick for you. I've got this little silly little tin thing that came with Christmas candy or something. I can't remember what it was. But if you pull out a worm, I keep my package of worms. I keep that right there. If you pull out a worm and you're using worms, you can use just one at a time. You can put it in here and you'll be good to go. Keep your other package in your cooler. I always, since I'm right-handed, it's easier for me to turn this way. I always put my cooler, here's some of the hooks and the straps, just bungee cords, nothing special. I put my cooler right here so I can reach it, and then I've also got my cup holder right here. There's one on the other side as well, but so that's that. I also keep, I've got a pole holder that goes right here. It goes right on right here, and it's kind of like snaps on kind of, and it kicks my pole out that way. And then I keep my net right here. I either keep it like that while I'm cruising along, and it's got the bungee thing to hook, little hook with the bungee at the end, and I think that it's super simple the way that I got it sitting here. But it's very advantageous because you can hook this to one of those, that guy right there, and then leave this dangling in the water, and now all of a sudden you've got a live fish well with fish dangling in the water down there. You're good to go. Until you get too many, you don't have to mess with it too much. Excuse me. The other thing that I've got that people always ask me what the heck I've got there is all this netting I added into it, and all it was the thing that sits across your chest right here to like put stuff on, I guess. I don't know. I've never used it and I never liked it. So I added that netting in all along the sides and everything everywhere. Nothing can escape down there. So I can put, like on this side, on my right side, I put my coffee mug and all my cooler type items, whatever you're going to do. I put all that right here on this side. None of it's going to fall off. I love it. It's fantastic. Then on this side, if you're looking for some all around, these are the best. I've owned, I don't even know how many pairs of these things that I've owned for flippers. These I got at Smith & Edwards. They've got a strap here that comes up, and then the strap on the back side of the boot. It's a really nice strap. The way that it works is fantastic. And I've always got a rain jacket that I keep with me. But on the left side where I've got the mesh is where I put my anchor and the bag with the rope in it. And on this side is where I put all of my little treats and whatever I just keep with me all the time. A pair of gloves. Sunscreen is a mandatory thing when you're just like me and you're critically Caucasian. But the reason I really like this setup, this is my little cooler that I use, just nothing special. I think my wife got it for me at Walmart. And I set it right here, bam. So I just leave it open. The reason I really like this setup is because I figured out where I would and wouldn't like a cup holder for it to be. So also, again, at Smith & Edwards, I got this and I zip tied it, and then I just used some of the black electrical tape to attach it to it so it wouldn't move. And oh my Lanta, I don't even know how many people say that's the perfect thing to put right there. And it's just a cup holder that's just sitting on the shelf of Smith & Edwards, along with 9 million, billion, bajillion other things. And then this I use for a rod holder when I'm just kind of just sitting there doing nothing, and I don't have to have anything in the water, because it's technically for a fish finder. So I mean, you could use it, I guess, but I don't. And then here's where I strap my fins on every time I get done so that they don't go nowhere and I know they're good. But this is why I like this setup. This is a piece of rubber that is on there so very well, it's not coming off. It's just not coming off. And then this ring, this ring goes all the way around. It's just a circle. That will not go, no matter how hard you try, it will not go that way. Well, that would be how you would lose your paddle. Okay? I can't lose it that way either, because it's got the paddle on the end of it. Now, if somebody pushes this button and takes it apart, then yeah, I could lose my paddle. You could take it apart. That's how you put it together. But what I did was, instead of having these just floating around all over the place, there's my duct tape. I always keep a roll of duct tape with me just in case. But instead of these floating around all over the place, all I did was I took some rope. It's just, I don't remember how long it was, but I went back and forth with it several times. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Yeah. So I went back and forth with it a bunch of times and strung it in between the D-rings that are on the end of the pontoon boat. And after I got it all strung up, I just tied it off, and I duct taped the end and burnt it so it wouldn't go nowhere. And now this has a hard time flipping up out of there, and it's staying done up for a very long time. And the duct tape, I went and started duct taping. I just split them and started duct taping it in the middle, and so my paddles slide in and out of there super simple while I'm trying to use them. Then when I'm not using them, they're not in the water, so they're not impeding me from going the other direction. And on top of that, they're out of the way. It's really, really hard. Before, I was sitting, hi baby, come to say hi. This is my blue Doberman. This is Sky. Anyway, so they used to go right here, but I put this mesh netting in here, and the whole point of the mesh netting was so I wouldn't lose anything. But it was just sitting there. It was free. I already had it. I didn't need it for anything. But when you put this at an angle here, you wouldn't have anywhere to put anything, because look, these kind of sag down. You know what I mean? Those don't stay tight up to there. So I couldn't put anything there. So that was my repairs for it. That's just super simple, quick and easy. I wish I could have made this a little bit faster, but I think I explained everything to a T. Why I have the most important thing you need to have, absolutely, is right there, this guy, because you're wearing your waders. So that guy, if you got that guy on, you're good to go. The next most important thing you've got to have, right there. If you got your cowboy hat, waders on, fishing pole in your hand, you're good to go. Thank you. Bye-bye.